Well, hello ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. Spank the Monkey back again with another unboxing video, this time of Avatar The Last Airbender bundle box. So, the new set has just come out. It's pre-release weekend, but I was able to snag myself a bundle of this new set. To be honest, I'm not a big fan of Avatar and Universes Beyond in general. But I just saw a few reviews and a lot of people are saying that this is actually a pretty good set. So I wanted to maybe just try out one or two products to see if this is any good, and then maybe I can look at investing one or two play boxes just to add to my collection. But yeah, so I did watch Avatar, at least the live action version on Netflix. Haven't had the time to actually catch the animated series, but who's to say? Maybe we can look into that one of these days. So let's get right to it. So you have this directional thingy over here. And yeah, this is the first bundle that I've opened in, I don't know, maybe more than a year. It's been a long time since I've last had a bundle. Okay, so this is the box. It's empty. Okay, we have an art card over here from the Fire Nation dudes. I'm not sure who this one is. But yeah, maybe Zuko, I don't know. Okay, and so this is the box. Has some pretty cool art of Aang, and then Last Airbender here. I don't know who that is, the fire guy, I don't know. Okay, so let's open this box up. And what do we have? We have a nice looking spin down counter. This looks pretty cool. Wait, let me see there. Look at that. That looks sweet. Probably one of the nicest looking. It has that surge foil texture to it. I don't know if you can see it in the light, but it looks pretty sweet. Okay, so this comes with 9 booster packs. Hold on, let's just take out this insert here, which has what do you call these +1/+1 counters. Yep. Okay, some dividers, and then we have 9 booster packs right here, which we will get into. And then it has land and what is this, like some promo thingy, but we'll get to that in a bit. So let's try to roll this. Let's go for a 11, and we got a 7. Maybe our luck is not so good today. All right, so maybe what you can do is let's open the lands first, and then this I think might have a promo card. I can really see something peeking out, but yeah, let's get to it. So first up would be the lands. I think this comes with like full art lands. Not sure if they're foil though, but let's see. Okay, so yeah, we have some full arts: plains, island, swamp, mountain, forest. Okay, and then basics, and I think this is some of the mechanics. Okay, so 5 full art lands, and the others are basic. And let's get to this one. I think the promo card, or the promo card is up in front, but let's get to that in a bit. So here we have foil full art lands and foil basic lands. Okay, and we have a Momo friendly flyer. Okay, this is a 1/1 lemur bat ally. So this is a pack foil for 1 white flying. First non-lemur creature spell with flying you cast during each of your turns costs 1 less to cast. Whenever another creature you control with flying enters, Momo gets 1/1 until end of turn. Okay, so let's put that over here. Foil. Okay, let's get to it. So 9 packs. First pack. Let's get to it. Okay, so this is I suppose made in the US, yeah? So that the commons are up front. Okay, so Treetop Freedom Fighter. So I'm gonna take a little bit of time here. First time to see this. Haven't even checked out spoilers. But yeah, let's go through it. Okay, so Treetop Freedom Fighters. For 3 human rebel ally, 2/1 haste. When this creature enters, create a 1/1 white ally creature token. Okay. And then Azula always lies. Sure. 2 to cast instant lesson. Choose one or both. Target creature gets -1/-1 till end of turn, or put a 1/1 counter on target creature. Okay. Rowdy Snowballers. 3 to cast human peasant ally. 2/2, and enters, tap target creature and opponent controls and put a stun counter on it. Okay. Razor Rings. A 2 to cast instant. Deals 4 damage to target attacking or block creature. You gain life equal to the excess damage dealt this way. Okay, a Ruckus Audience. 2 to cast human citizen. Tap for green. If you control a creature with power 4 or greater, add 2 instead. Okay, that's a good mana dork. Platypus Bear. 1 in the hybrid green and blue. Defender 2/3. When it enters, mill 2 cards. As long as there is a lesson card in your graveyard, this creature can attack as though it didn't have Defender. Wandering Musicians. Okay, 3 and a hybrid white-red, hybrid Boros. 2/5 human bard ally. When this creature attacks, creatures you control will get +1/+0 till end of turn. Cool. Okay, going to the uncommons. Wolf Bat, 3 to cast. Wolf Bat, alright. Flying, whenever you draw your second card each turn, you may pay 1 black. If you do, return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it, so it comes back. Okay. Leaves from the Vine. So this is a saga. 2 to cast, 1 and a green. So first, what is this? First saga is mill 3 cards and create a food token. Second is put a 1/1 counter each up to 2 target creatures you control. Third is draw a card if there's a creature or a lesson card in your graveyard. Okay, and then we have Trolls of War. So white and black enchantment. When it enters, create a clue token. Whenever you sacrifice permanent during your turn, create a 1/1 ally creature token. This ability triggers only once. Okay, so we have our first rare, and it will be a Boiling Rock Rioter. So this is a 2 and a black human rogue ally with firebending 1. So this is one of the new mechanics. Whenever this creature attacks, add 1 red. This mana lasts until end of combat. Tap an untapped ally you control, exile target card from a graveyard, and whenever this creature attacks, you may cast an ally spell from among cards you own in exile with this creature. Okay, you may cast an ally spell. Okay, cool. And we have a second rare. Nice. Okay, so this is a pack rare, and we have the last Agni Kai. So what is this? White and red instant. Target creature you control fights target creature and opponent controls. That creature the opponent controls is dealt excess damage this way. Add that much red. Until end of turn, you don't lose unspent red mana as steps and faces. Oh, this is pretty cool. So if you're in a red deck, so it fights if the creature, the opponent, you add red. So yeah, this is going to be great for my Dino deck, or at least my red decks that can deal massive damage. Yeah, I think this is a great card for me. I like that card. All right. So for the foil, we have a Badger Mole, 4 and a green. 4/4 when enters, Earthbend 2. So Earthbend is target land you control becomes a 0/0 creature with haste. That's still a land. Put +2 1/1 counters on it. When it dies or is exiled, return to the battlefield tapped. So cool. So it becomes a creature land, and if it dies, it doesn't go away. At least it comes back as a land tapped. Creatures you control with 1/1 counters on them have trample. Okay, that's a pretty good card. Okay, and then we have land, airship engine room, and we have the ally token. So let's put that over there. Okay, so far, we have the Boiling Rock Rioteer and the last Agni and a Momo friendly flyer. Okay, so the last Agni Kai I think is pretty nice card. Okay, I definitely will be able to use that in my decks. Okay, so yeah, here we go. Avatar Enthusiasts, 3 to cast, 2/2 human peasant ally. So okay. Rebellious Captives, 1 in the green, human peasant ally, 2/2 exhaust 6. Put 2 1/1 counters on this creature, then Earthbend. Okay. Fire Nation Raider. So this is a 4 to cast human soldier, 4/2. And it says when this creature enters, if you attack this turn, create a clue token. Callous Inspector for 1 black. Creature human soldier 1/1 with Minache. When this creature dies, it deals 1 damage to you. Create a clue token. Okay. Geyser Leaper. So a 4 blue for a warrior human ally. 4/3 with flying and waterbend 4. Draw a card and discard a card. Okay, abandon attachments. This is a lesson. I think last we saw this was in Strixhaven. 1 in a hybrid red and so red and blue. You may discard a card. If you do, draw 2 cards. Okay, and then we have Aang's Journey. So this is a sorcery lesson for 2 colorless. With kicker 2, search your library for a basic land card. If the spell was kicked, instead search for your library for a basic land card and a shrine card. Reveal those cards, put them in your hand, and then shuffle. You gain 2 life. Shrine. So are there shrines here in this particular set? Okay, and then starting now with the uncommons. Shared Roots. To the cast, sorcery lesson. Search your library for a basic land card, put the battlefield tap, then shuffle. Okay. Zhao, Ruthless Admiral. So this is a legendary creature, human soldier. 2 and then hybrid black-red. 2 of that. So firebending 2. Whenever this creature attacks, add 2 red mana. So whenever you sacrifice another permanent, creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. So it's a 3/4. Okay. Next is Gather the White Lotus. So 4 and a white sorcery. Create a 1/1 white ally creature token for each planes you control. Scry 2. Nice. And we have a showcase art uncommon. Fire Nation Attacks. So 4 and a red instant. Create 2/2 red soldier creature tokens with firebending 1. Flashback for 9. Alright. And for the rare slot, we have a Aang Swift Savior. So the aforementioned Airbender, we were able to get him. I don't know if it's an expensive card, but let's see. So 1 white and blue human avatar ally, legendary 2/3, flash and flying. When Aang enters, airbend up to 1 other target creature or spell. Exile it. While it's exiled, its owner may cast it for 2 rather than its mana cost. So waterbend 8 and transform Aang. So when it enters, airbend up to 1 other target creature or spell. I see. Okay. So you take it off the board, and then you can waterbend for 8, transform Aang, and it becomes Aang and La, Ocean's Fury. So this is a 5/5 Avatar Spirit ally with reach and trample. Whenever Aang and La attack, put a 1/1 counter each tapped creature you control. Okay. Right, and then we get a Platypus Bear foil and a land. Okay, it's common. Right, and we get the foil land and a food token. Okay, so that's pack number 2. Moving on to pack number 3. I don't know. I'm not sure if Aang is. I mean, he's the last Airbender, but I don't think that's a pretty strong card. But we'll see. Okay, so Callous Inspector, Lost Days, Airbending Lesson, Airbend target non-land permanent. Cool. And then draw a card. Okay, that's cool. Sorry. So airbend target non-land permanent. So you exile it. Once exiled, its owner may cast it for 2. Then pay its mana cost. Okay. Draw a card. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good mechanic. So you take it off the board, and then its owner has to pay 2. I suppose during their turn, right, to recast it. So at least it's gone for that round until it reaches the owner's turn. Okay, we have the Badger Mole again. Deserter's Disciple. 1 and a red human rebel ally for 2/2. Tap another target creature you control with power 2 or less can't be blocked this turn. Deadly Precision. Okay. Merchant of Many Hats. So human peasant ally, 2 to cast, return this card from your graveyard to your hand. Uncommon Fancy Footwork. This is a lesson. 3 to cast, untap 1 or 2 target creatures. They get +2/+2 until end of turn. And then Northern Air Temple. So this is the shrine. that we were thinking about earlier. So 1 black, legendary enchantment shrine. When Northern Air Temple enters, each opponent loses X life and you gain X life for X's number of shrines you control. Whenever another shrine you control enters, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Okay. Next is Air Nomad Legacy. So this is a white and a blue enchantment. When this enchantment enters, create a clue token. Creatures who control flying get +1/+1. Right. Okay, for the rare, no mythics yet, we have an Elemental Teachings. So this is an instant lesson, 5 to cast. Search your library for up to 4 land cards with different names and reveal them. An opponent chooses 2 of these cards. Put the chosen cards into your graveyard and the rest onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Yeah, I think this is a pretty good card, especially if you have some graveyard antics to, return some lands from there. Yeah, so I think that could have its uses. Okay, we have a second rare, and it looks like it's a maybe in showcase format. We have a Diligent Zookeeper. So this is a human citizen ally for 4, 3 in the green. 4/4 each non-human creature you control gets +1/+1 for each of its creature types to a maximum of 10. Each non-human creature you control gets +1/+1 for each of its creature types to a maximum of 10. Okay. Interesting. So if you have like a shapeshifter where it's all creature types, then wow, it gets +10/+10. Okay, that's insane. So you can play this with what's his name, the 7/7 shapeshifting commander. Morophon. That's pretty good. Okay, so we have a special rare here, and then for the foil we have a foil buzzard wasp colony. 3 in the black, bird insect 2/2 with flying. When this creature enters, you may sacrifice an artifact or creature. If you do, draw a card. Whenever another creature you control dies, if it had counters on it, put its counters on this creature. Okay. And regular forest plus a token. Okay, pack number 4 now. So far, not sure if we got anything spicy yet. I honestly have not even looked at the prices here, but I think that I don't know if Ang is any good, but I personally like this, the last Agni Kai. That's a good card. Don't know how much it'll cost though. Okay, so Borcupine, 3 to cast Boar Porcupine 2/2. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Okay, that can get pretty disgusting right away. Canyon Crawler Spider Beast, 6 to cast, 6/6 Death Touch. When it enters, create a food token. It has Swamp Cycling. Interesting. Okay. Forecasting Fortune Teller, Human Advisor Ally, 1/3. Enters, create a clue token. Sandbender Storm. It's an instant 4 to cast. Choose one. Destroy target creature with power 4 or greater, or Earthbend 3. Cool. So it's a white card, but it has Earthbend. Nice. Cunning Maneuver. So instant 2 to cast. Target creature gets +3/+1 till end of turn. Create a clue token. Earth Kingdom Soldier. So 4 and a hybrid, green and white, 3/4 Vig. When this creature enters, put a 1/1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures you control. And then we have an Otter Penguin, Otter Bird, 2 to cast, 2/1. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, this creature gets +1/+2 until end of turn and can't be blocked this turn. Okay, then moving on to the uncommons. Hero's Demonstration. So this is a 2 to cast sorcery lesson. Choose one. Hero's Demonstration deals 1 damage to each creature your opponent controls, or each creature your opponents control, and Hero's Demonstration deals 4 damage to target creature. So it's a nice modal spell. Accumulate Wisdom, and this is another lesson, this time instant. So 2 to cast, look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of those cards into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Put each of those cards into your hand instead if there are 3 or more lesson cards in your graveyard. Okay. Seismic Sense. So 1 green for this sorcery lesson. Look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the number of lands you control. You may reveal a creature or land card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Okay, and then we have another uncommon here, Heartless Act. So this is a 2 to cast instant. Choose one. Destroy target creature with no counters on it, or remove up to 3 counters from target creature. Cool. And next, do we get a mythic? Hopefully we get a mythic. No, it's still a rare. It is Wartime Protesters. So this is a 3 and 1 red to cast. Human Rebel Ally, 4/4 with haste. Whenever another non-ally you control enters, put a 1 counter on that creature and gains haste until end of turn. Okay, and we have a common foil Lightning Strike and Kyoshi Village for the land. Okay, that was kind of nothing pack. So moving on, this is pack number 5 now. We have 4 packs to go. No big hits yet, unfortunately. Or at least based on what I'm seeing, nothing spectacular, I think, from the cards, except for maybe that last Agni guy. Very interesting design. Okay, this one is Azula Always Lies, Rowdy Snowballers, Razor Rings. Okay, saw that earlier. Ruckus Audience, Porcupine, Platypus Bear, Wandering Musicians. Okay, we have a Crashing Wave for blue and the blue. And whenever you cast this, as an additional cost to cast a spell, Waterbend X. Tap up to X target creatures and distribute 3 stun counters among tapped creatures your opponents control. Okay. Water Tribe Rallier. So this is a human soldier ally for 2 to cast, 2/2, Waterbend 5. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card with power 3 or less from among them and put it in your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. And then we have a Combustion Technique. 2 to cast instant lesson. Combustion Technique deals equal to 2 plus the number of lesson cards in your graveyard to target creature. That creature would die this turn, exile it instead. Okay, and a Meteor Sword. So this is 7 to cast. Artifact equipment. When this equipment enters, destroy target permanent. Okay, it's like a meteor golem. Equipped creature gets +3/+3. Equip for 3. This would have been cool if as it enters, it gets attached to a creature, but maybe at that point it would be a rare, not an uncommon. But okay, this could work. Next card is a Showcase Art non-foil. It is Fire Lord Zuko. So yeah, this is white, red, and black. Human Noble Ally, Fire Bending X, where X is Fire Lord Zuko's power. Whenever you cast a spell from exile and whenever a permanent you control enters from exile, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. So Fire Bending X, where it's equal to the Fire Lord's power, and whenever you cast a spell from exile, and whenever permanent you control enters from exile, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. So that can get out of hand pretty quickly. Okay, let's put that over there. And the Price of Freedom lesson in foil. Destroy target artifact or land an opponent controls. Its controller may search their library for a basic land card, and then you draw a card. Cool. And then an island and food token. Okay, so yeah, this might look like a good card. Definitely better than Aang, or at least that version of Aang. I don't know if there are other versions of Aang as a card, unlike in the Spider-Man set, they're like, I don't know, 60 Spider-Man or something like that, which really it just makes the novelty of it fade very quickly. Okay, so we have a Callous Inspector, Geyser Leaper, Rabaru Troop. What's this? Rabbit Kangaroo for 5. Whenever land you control enters, this creature gains flying and planes cycling. Ostrich Horse, so it's a bird horse for 3. When it enters, mill 3 cards, put a land card from among them into your hand. Okay. Rough Rhino Cavalry, 5 to cast. Human Mercenary, 5/5, Firebending 2 with Exhaust 8. Corrupt Court Official, so Human Advisor, 2 to cast, 1/1. When this creature enters, target opponent discards a card. Aang's Journey. Okay, and then for the uncommons, enter the Avatar state. For 1 white, it's an instant. Final turn, target creature you control becomes an avatar in addition to its other types and gains flying, first strike, lifelink, and hexproof. You know, that is a pretty good card. So lifelink, hexproof, flying, so it has evasion also. Nice. This is a really, really good uncommon for 1 white. Yeah, this is I like that. That's a good design. Okay, and then we have Price of Freedom. Next up, we have a Waterbending Scroll. So this is an artifact for 2. Pay 6, tap, draw a card. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each island you control. Nice. And next up, we have a Mythic. No, it's still another uncommon. Boomy, King of 3 Trials. So this is a legendary creature, 6 to cast. Human Noble Ally. When it enters, choose up to X, where X is number of lesson cards in your graveyard. So put 3 1/1 counters on Boomy. Target player scries 3, Earthbend 3. Okay. And come on, Mythic. Yes! We have a Mythic. What is that? M0132. We get a Fated Firepower. So X red, so 3 red pips with an X. Flash. This enchantment enters with X fire counters on it. If a source you control would deal damage to an opponent or permanent opponent controls, it deals that much damage plus an amount of damage equal to the number of fire counters on this enchantment instead. Okay, so 3 red pips and an X. So it will deal damage plus X, or basically the number of fire counters, which you can increase over time. Okay, not the card I was hoping to get, but at least it's our first Mythic. So let me put that over here. Right. Okay, and then a turtle duck for the common, a land, and then ally. Okay, so 3 packs left, 1 Mythic to show. I don't know how good that would be, but value-wise, I don't know. Probably I'm not getting back the value of what I had paid for this. Right, so Deadly Precision to start off the commons. First time flyer. Water Tribe Captain. Pillar Launch. And then Fire Nation Cadets. Merchant of Many Hats. Aang's Journey. Okay, for the uncommons, we have Longfang, Grand Secretariat. So this is a legendary creature. 1 and 2 pips of hybrid Golgari. Human Advisor, 2/3. Whenever another creature you control or land you control is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. Alright. Next is my Jaded Edge. So another legendary. 2 to cast Human Noble with Prowess and exhaust 3. Put a double strike counter on my. Alright. And then we have Serpent of the Past. 7 to cast Serpent, 6/5. If there are 3 or more lesson cards in your graveyard, you may cast the spell as though it had flash. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each non-creature, non-land card in your graveyard. Then we have a Buzzard Wasp Colony. Next up, we have a rare, and it would be Fire Lord Zuko in the regular rare, pack rare. Okay, that's sad. Fire Navy Trebuchet in foil, Defender Reach. Whenever you attack, create a 2/1 colorless construct artifact creature token named with flying, named Ballistic Boulder. That's tapped and attacking. Sacrifice a token at the beginning of the next end step. Okay, Forest, and it's a token for Aang, Awoken Avatar, but it's actually Marit Lodge, Flying Indestructible 2020. Okay, last 2 packs. 1 Mythic to show. Some, two cards in the showcase foil, but I'm not seeing any particularly strong card here. But let's keep going. Okay. So we have a Canyon Crawler, Forecasting Fortune Teller, Sandbender Storm, Cunning Maneuver, Sold Out, Abandon Attachments, Okay, 2 to cast. You made this, okay. Earth Kingdom Soldier. Right, then we have the Boulder Ready to Rumble, 4 to cast, legendary Human Warrior Performer, 4/4. Whenever the Boulder attacks, Earthband X Rex the number of creatures you control with power 4 or greater. Next up would be Teo Spirit Glider, another legendary, 4 to cast, 1/4 flying. Whenever one or more creatures you control with flying attack, draw a card, then discard a card. When you discard a non-land card this way, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. And then we have Tai Li, another legendary creature, Artful Acrobat, 3 to cast, Human Performer, 3/2 with prowess. Whenever Tai Li attacks, you may pay 1. When you do, target creature can't block this turn. And for the rare slot, so okay, this is just another uncommon. It's Aang, the Last Airbender, so another Aang. 4 to cast, 3/2 human avatar ally flying. When it enters, airbend up to one other target non-land permanent. Whenever you cast a lesson, Aang gains lifelink until end of turn. Okay. Next, please, let's have another mythic. Can we have another mythic? No, it's a rare. It's green, and it is Great Divide Guide. So this is Human Scout Ally for 2. Each land and ally you control has tap, add 1 mana of any color. Okay, nice. And all right, so I guess that's about it. Yan archers in foil, and a foil Foggy Bottom Swamp. Okay. And an ally token. Okay, so last pack, Magic. Let's hope we can get something good here. All right, so first time flyer, Airbending Lesson, Pillar Launch, Fire Nation Cadets, Swamp Snare Trap, Giant Koi, 5/7 Fish. That's a big fish there. Abandoned Attachments again. And then Lo and Lee, Twin Tutors. So 4 and black, Human Advisor, 2/2. When Lo and Lee enter, search your library for a lesson or noble card. Reveal it, put in your hand, and shuffle. Noble creatures you control and lesson spells you control have lifelink. Okay. Combustion Man. So this is a legendary creature, Human Assassin, 5 to cast, 4/6. Whenever Combustion Man attacks, destroy target permanent unless its controller has Combustion Man deal damage to them equal to its power. Alright, nice. Combustion Man. Gran, another legendary, 1 to cast, 1/2 Mutant Peasant Ally. Whenever Gran becomes tapped, draw a card, then discard a card. And then non-creature spells you cast cost 1 less to cast as long as there are 3 or more lesson cards in your graveyard. Right, and then the last thing in the rare slot would be a Realm of Ko. So this enters tap unless you control a basic land, so you can tap it for black. You can pay 4, tap it, create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token with this token can't block or be blocked by non-spirit creatures. Okay, so I think that's it. Oh, we have a second rare, and that would be Avatar Destiny, 2 to cast, 2 and green to cast, Enchantment Aura, enchant creature you control. Enchant creature gets 1/1 for each creature card in your graveyard is an avatar addition to its types. When enchanted creature dies, mill cards equal to its power. Return this card to its owner's hand and up to 1 creature card milled this way to the battlefield under your control. Wait, so let me read that again. When enchanted creature dies, mill cards equal to its power. Return this card to its owner's hand and up to 1 creature card milled this way to the battlefield under your control. Okay, that's pretty sweet. Oh, wow, we have a mythic and it's a foil one too. It is Ozai, the Phoenix King. Awesome. So last pack magic right there. Thank you to the magic gods. So this is 2 black, red. Human Noble, 7/7. Trample, Firebending, 4, and Haste. If you would lose unspent mana, that mana becomes red instead. Ozai has flying and indestructible as long as you have 6 or more unspent mana. Oh boy, that's pretty good. Coolness. So we end this on a foil mythic at that. That is fantastic. Let's put that over here. Kyoshi Village, for the land. Okay, so let's just recap our bundle. So we did get 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 less one for the promo, well, the foil, pack foil, from the bundle itself. So we have 13 rares or mythic rares. We did get 2 mythics. One of them is this nice Ozai pack foil mythic and a Fated Firepower. I personally kind of like that last Agni Kai sort of card, and this Fire Lord Zuko is pretty cool. I think we did see a couple of legendary uncommon creatures there, and a few uncommon, I would say, hits. But otherwise, I personally am not still seeing maybe the comments that people are saying, or the reviews that people are saying about Avatar. But then again, I may not have gotten the nice cards. So I'll tell you what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna research a little bit and see if it's actually worth it to get a play booster or two. Box. And if that's gonna happen, of course I'm gonna open it with you guys. Right, so having said that, let's end the video for today. Thanks for joining me on this one. Take care. Till the next one. Bye-bye.